Welcome back.
Hey yo, look at who we have here today, yeah? Come on, tell us something to people.
Yeah, we have a special guest today, all the way from the CA.
Calgary, Alberta.
You know how it is, Cody. You know how it is.
Let me hear your accent. Yeah, let's go.
It's good to have you, Martin, on the pod. You know, it's a long time coming here. You know, our talks to Logo. Always wanted to be here and share your 2 bits of how you think about the things that we talk about. And as a great supporter who has always been commenting on our videos, we appreciate you.
Finally having you, yeah. Real shit.
Like I
Thank
said,
you for
I'm
showing
waiting.
love.
Yes, sir.
I was waiting.
Tell us a little bit of how Calgary's like, man. How's life treating you over there?
Can't lie. It's nice over here, you know.
Yes, sir.
Currently, like it's a bit sunny and stuff. You know, as you can see, I'm a bit glowing. The sun is still out, but like you know,
Yes,
just
sir.
getting things done. You know, it's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm still in school, getting my stuff done. You know.
That's nice. At least things are going, school is going. That's which is where the most important thing.
Yeah.
Back to the things that we're gonna be talking about today. It's mostly still basketball and a little bit of what happens around our continent, Africa, and the culture around. Yeah. For the basketball side, I personally had an idea with how things are going and everything. Like due to the whole narrative of the NBA champions calling themselves world champions, right? And then you could hear the Panathinaikos. I don't know. I can't tell
That's
well.
all good. That's all good.
The head coach saying,
It's a
talking
Greek
about
name as well. It's hard as shit.
yeah, talking
Go ahead,
about
bro.
hey, I mean, you guys aren't yet like world champions until you come play us. First of all, I don't know if you guys have been watching Euro Basketball League and maybe are aware of the team and aware of the coach too. What do you think? Do they stand a chance or something? First of all, let's just start there.
I'll just go ahead and say, this kind of piggybacks off like what Noah Lyles was talking about a couple months ago with like world champions of what, right? Like, I mean, shit, you can't even be mad at it, like, because it's the NBA calling themselves world champions is really discrediting how competitive and good the EuroLeague is. I don't know if you guys saw those. Like, I saw a clip recently of like 2014 San Antonio Spurs getting beat with like a Hertha Berlin team, which I was like, what? And that team didn't even make playoffs apparently. So like, if you really even deep it, it's gonna be one hell of a game. You know what I mean? Like European basketball is still peak. Let's not forget about that. You know what I mean? It's just because the media coverage isn't that good doesn't mean they're not playing great basketball out there.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the Olympics a couple times. You know what I mean? USA had to come back down against Serbia. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like it's not as easy as, you know, it seems that the NBA is going to be like miles away. It's going to be a closer game than a lot of people think. Which, for me as a basketball fan, I love it, bro. I absolutely love it. We need that.
What about you, Batin? What do you think about it?
I mean, yeah, Okuna's right. Okuna's right. It's EuroLeague is still good basketball. That's the truth. But man, it's the NBA, bro.
Really?
It's the NBA.
Really?
Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I think the best way to say it is everyone grows up to go to the NBA because the NBA is the best league in the world. Right? Meaning they have the best players, the most athletic, talented players in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna say that, you know, the EuroLeague isn't as good.
Yeah.
But they're just not yet there. They're not on a NBA league standard. I won't lie. Yes, I've seen Real Madrid beat the Mavs in like the summer league, stuff like that. Yeah, but you have to take in even in the NBA, you have to take in regular season is different compared to playoffs. You play a team in the playoffs that plays with a EuroLeague team, they're getting blown out by a lot.
Wait.
I think so.
Does this mean for any team in the NBA or
Yes, any team in the NBA.
really?
Yes.
Wait. Hold on, bro.
100%.
Hold on, bro.
100%.
So you're
A team that's in the
hold on.
playoffs,
Nigga,
they have a different type of mindset. Whatever.
Dude.
Are you saying you're saying any team in the league can beat a EuroLeague team? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think about that,
league?
Phidias? Well, hold on. What do you think about that,
The
Phidias?
Washington
Let's go
Wizards
ahead. Let's
is
go ahead.
giving a EuroLeague team. Detroit Pistons is giving any team.
Hey, no.
These are the lowest teams in the league right now, right?
You trying to tell me?
These guys have superstars. These guys have
But
superstars.
do you know how many? Okay. But here's the thing. I think talent level wise, do you know how many, like, let's say, foreign players are in the EuroLeague that are equivalent in terms of talent and potential to some of the NBA guys? You know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just think, I don't know. It's quite a take. I really don't know about that, but like, it's crazy to just think about Detroit Pistons going over Olympiacos, Real Madrid. I don't know.
Those teams are well coached, bro.
Yeah, because they're very well coached. And again, if you think about it, like we saw it with Serbia and the USA team. We saw it.
Talk about like Serbia that didn't have the best player in the world. Jokic is the best player in the world at the moment. They have
I understand. But here's the thing. At the end of the day,
Jokic from that Serbian squad, they're not as good.
All right. Who did Serbia have? Let's list the players. Where they had Jokic, they had Bogdanovic. Who else?
I don't know. And
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about the USA squad then. Well, hold on. Let's talk about the USA squad. How many? You can list everybody on there, right?
Yeah.
And they still almost lost that game.
No, but take it.
That same USA squad. That same USA squad almost lost to South Sudan. We remember that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Are all of those South Sudan niggas in the NBA? Nah.
But listen, Okun. Yeah. Who did you mention from the Serbian squad? We're talking about the Serbian squad. Who did you mention? Only Bogdanovic and Jokic. Yeah. Where are those guys right now? They're in the NBA.
Bro, are you telling me?
Atlanta?
Okay? Let me tell you something. Are you telling me those were the only two players that made the Serbian team have that big of a lead, bro? So are we discrediting every other?
And you tell me. Remove their points. Remove everything. And you tell me.
On. A team has how many players? Is it only Nikola Jokic and Bogdanovic playing there on the court?
Let's be honest.
I don't know. I just think
all the other members of the Serbian team. Are we gonna discredit
factors? Players have big factors in a game. They change games. Don't you understand that? Like
I agree.
But I just think personally, like
we have no way to prove this, by the way, up until these.
Yeah, it's really hard to prove. Samu, like we can't rely on, let's say, a Real Madrid team beating the Thunder just because. I mean, I don't think they played that series during that time, the preseasons. So we can't count into that. But I would really love to see like that type of competition, you know, because since we have you have EuroLeague, we have NBA. I would even love to see BAL, the champions.
BAL coming in.
No, mix it all up together. It's like a mini Olympic type.
That's what I think. You know? Yeah, I think it's great actually.
But I just don't. I just don't think some of the NBA teams can beat the best teams in the Europe. I'm talking about the best teams in EuroLeague. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. You know how we prove this shit? You know, I think first of all, the fact that this Panathinaikos coach coming in and saying this is bringing more relevancy to it, and then it's bringing in more discussions. We don't know. Maybe in a couple of years, bro, we might see a little Champions League format type shit, bro. That shit is gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really fire.
We need that. We need that, and then we could actually answer these questions because I think a lot of the NBA teams are beatable, right?
Oh yeah,
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Any other take?
On form NBA team.
They're beatable. They're beatable. They're beatable. You know what's funny though?
In today's league, every team has a star. We know that,
But
right?
here's the
Every
thing.
team
But
has a
here's the
star.
thing. But here's the thing,
Like,
Batian. In today's league, in today's basketball, like it's so easy and I don't know, so quick to get whatever people in the NBA are doing. You know, like there's a lot of imitation that's happening so far right now, and the access to information has never been this easy right now. So it's not as if the NBA will do something or run some sets that, oh my goodness,
The
we
EuroLeague
never
has
knew
never
of
seen
it.
before.
The
Yeah.
EuroLeague
it's
will
not.
be able
But
to
that's the
see
thing.
this.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about the sets. It's no longer about the team game. It's about specific
The
stars.
players.
It's
I see
about
what Mbati.
specific
I see what
players.
Mbati is trying to
But
say.
but
Talking
but
about team basketball.
personally,
Team basketball has been the
personally,
same for a very long time. That's my opinion. Team basketball has been the same for a very long time. Yeah, maybe a coach might just have different small plays just to change the game, right? But it's the
I just
players,
don't think the
specific players.
Washington
You
Wizards
cannot
are
stop a
beating it. I
6'11",
don't know.
6'11" Giannis Antetokounmpo coming at you. You can't. No
Okay,
EuroLeague
No,
player can
listen,
stop that.
listen. With the but you're talk about like top seeds. Hapo naelewa.
okay.
This is the
Wait,
shit.
pause. Right there. Let's talk about the fucking Bucks for a second, hey? Who did the Bucks just lose to recently? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
100%. They're losing. They're
That's
losing.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With all their talents, with all their star-studded players, they lose to fucking Portland, nigga. Who does
We're
Portland
we're
have?
we're a month into the NBA.
Okay. So now all these
We're
other
a
things
month
come into
in.
play, hey?
Okay? But me, when I'm referring to these guys playing, I'm talking about them playoffs. Like that type of mindset. They have that playoff mindset in them. Then they're playing these EuroLeague teams. That's what I'm talking about.
We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know until they play.
You're
But
right.
here's the thing. The other aspect of it is that you see one side is playing to prove a point. One side is playing. He doesn't have to prove a point.
I think both
Do
of
you
them
get that?
have to prove a point.
I don't think it's expected of
Yes.
EuroLeague teams to win it. Do
But
you understand?
that's why they're trying to prove a point.
Okay, ideally, if you put it that way, yes. But all I'm just trying to say, there's much more freedom in how they're just gonna play, since again the narrative is they're the underdogs.
Yeah, that's true.
What
I get what you're
now
saying.
NBA teams have to do? There's so much pressure under them because if they get beat, Much's point is going down to the grave. You don't understand?
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know. It's interesting. I think that we can just end it there with the basketball outside the continent. And now just bring you back to now our country, our lovely
Back home.
Tanzania, Bongo. You know, what is one thing that's wrong with Tanzania basketball? I really, listen. It's from a person who is really in it, working relentlessly to get it
Why
better.
did you start it off like that?
No, I just had to ask. I just had to ask, what is wrong with Tanzanian basketball? Like, what is wrong? Like, we on a plateau right now. Like, we hit a plateau like ages ago. Like, there hasn't been an international dominance from our country for a long time.
That's
We
true.
had a snippet of it last year, a
Last year.
snippet, but again, we couldn't hold on going forward. But
Do you think it's gonna be more the same this year?
this year's done.
Oh, what do you mean? They haven't played NBL and stuff yet?
But
Oh,
But
NBL,
you already know who's gonna win it though. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that city's gonna win, obviously.
yeah,
What? Dar City?
and then going for
What?
the qualifiers.
No, I'm saying like this year. I mean, this year of with how the city squad is, when you have a shift a bit on your roster, they
What?
have
Ashim is on Dar City now?
Yeah,
yeah,
they just
yeah,
signed him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're gonna play against Pamoja. I'm sorry. I don't know. 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 Hey, I didn't mean
Uh-huh.
to, but it's just crazy when you start thinking about that. It's like you have a shame on your squad. they have this point guard from Burundi. He played on a team called Dynamo last year. If you watch the BAL qualifiers last year, he kind of dropped one of this NBA academy kid during the BAL. He's a very sneaky point guard. They have this South Sudanese / American player that is crazy, fast, quick, amazing. They have this another American player that has been super consistent in the City team, and they have been with him for almost the whole season. And the brother he can shoot the ball. He keeps everything like simple, down to the T. If he needed to shoot the ball, he'll shoot it. If you want him to just go in, he'll drive it. So I don't know. I don't see that team losing.
Oh,
I'll be
Sounds a little bit
surprised.
like me. Anyways,
I'll be so surprised. Yeah. So
for
back to
sure.
my question, guys. What's wrong with Tanzanian basketball? Like literally, man. Like if point blank, if you were to say something, what would it be?
Well, let's let Batian open as well.
Yeah, but you should start on this, man.
man, one word just to describe Tanzanian basketball is disorganization. In my opinion, it's the disability to organize a good team with the right players, with the right chemistry, because I feel like they're just picking out guys from everywhere, you know? No chemistry, no nothing. You know? Man, like I don't know. I think chemistry is the biggest thing, and I think that also kind of affected the guys last year from their city when they lost in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
But man, you know, you need to stay with the team for at least 6 months, man. You know, to actually fully understand each other. You know, you can't pick up someone 3 days before the tournament. 3 days.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's like? You don't even know who this guy is, right?
Yeah.
So it's just completely disorganized. Like you might be a star wherever you're from. You know, you're from the US, wherever. You're from shit, you're an NBA player, yeah.
Now we're talking about
But
Hasim
man,
here,
yeah. But man, you know, he let's say like him, he has a different mindset into coming into the game.
Yeah,
true.
He's more educated, in my opinion, because like you know, you've played at the farthest stage in basketball, you know.
True.
And when he's playing with guys who've only played in Dar es Salaam, you know, people don't even know where that is sometimes, you know, to come and compete in a higher stage and to qualify for the BAL.
Yeah.
I think there's even that small type of disrespect that someone can show towards you just because he's a star, you know.
Yeah.
And that just shows that disorganization, you know, in my opinion, you know. It's like you can't do that if you want a team to win.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all. Yeah.
It's a good
And
point.
I think it goes with. I think it goes as well. Just to go off of that point as well. I think it just goes with all the other teams too in the league, where it's like, we gotta instill some sort of professionalism if we want to take this further. You know what I mean? We spoke about this yesterday, where I think one of the main things that we don't have right now is being professional, right? And that's other countries are really like even Kenya, for example, are really showing us out in terms of being professional
And
and
that's
being
very recent as well. Like
Yeah.
And
you
it's
know,
like
ideally, just not to cut you short, ideally, like Tanzania in East Africa has been known for having the most talented players around East Africa, you know, and it's been that way for a 10-year long time of years. So, like, for us to get to this point right now, it feels like, sorry not to cut you short again, it feels like there's a big gap between the guys who were dominating and the youngsters. You understand? The guys who are upcoming. And the gap is so big in a way that since the guys up here don't want to share or uplift these guys down here, so there's like an animosity between these 2 people. And then at the end of the day, it's like, all right, You don't want to learn from me, and I don't want to teach you. So let's be who we are, and this is just lose in peace or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or maybe let us all lose it. You understand?
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
okay. Just to your point, I was just
No,
thinking
that's
about
true as well, actually. I mean, even like growing up in like the basketball community, you see that. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah,
like it's not really encouraging a lot of the times in terms of like
yeah,
how you want to grow as a player. And
true,
if we want to take this game further, it's things like that. You know what I mean? It's things like we gotta look out for the next generation of basketball. How we moving forward with that? And not a
yeah,
lot of people give a shit, unfortunately. And
yeah,
it feels like basketball is just another thing that people do. You know what I mean? It's just no, we're not really putting a lot of attention and care into it. And of course, these are the results that we're gonna get. We're
yeah,
gonna we're gonna go to well, we're gonna get I guess one of the best teams because I think Dar City's been really good this year with what I've seen with in terms of trying to build a professional culture, which is great, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and it's a start, hopefully, to something
yeah,
larger. But at the
yeah,
same time, it's like if we if we just keep we're not trying to learn from anything that we're doing, we keep doing the same things, we're gonna end up at the same spots every year. And then why are we gonna keep asking ourselves the same questions as why we're not going far? It's right
yeah.
there. You know what I
It's a
mean?
great
It's like
definition of insanity.
let's just try
Yeah,
learn. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
true.
people are so closed off and trying to learn something new, bro. But like, how do you think you become better?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really hurts. It really hurts that like
because
we really can't reach that
yeah,
professional
to be
stage, you
honest,
know?
it's actually demoralizing, especially let's say from me in my space, I'm trying
Yeah,
to prepare kids who can just be able to compete internationally, and now
yeah,
they get an opportunity. Let's say like you guys, you had opportunity to represent the national team.
yeah,
Now again, from the disorganization that you pointed out, which is it's a very key factor because I believe it starts there. I believe if you don't plan, you plan to fail. When you
for
fail to
sure.
plan. So like if let's say the plan is there, and then the people who were supposed to also just let see the plan through, they're not as serious as the planners. You understand? So there's
Yeah,
there's a there's a
Mm.
there's a misjunction in between that kind of creates the inconsistency of how the program itself is going.
yeah,
A kid is like, hey coach, how do I get to play for the national team? And I just start wondering. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, TBF, can we find a way to do a tryout and have kids come through? And that's what we were able also to succeed through this year. And apparently we could have leave a lot of kids just because of that, because they didn't know where to go, they didn't know where to ask. So ideally, I would think to my side, what Butcher said is very important in terms of if we are organized enough. The only way you can feel an individual can feel organized is if they plan before.
yeah,
And what is that plan about? How long is that plan? What is our target audience? Who are we targeting that in the next 10 years, these people are going to make sure are representing us in the bigger stages? You
yeah,
understand? So how do we grow that? So, and again, it's also the other side of it is like, as I told you, the gap between the youngsters and the old guys is that these guys up here, they have toiled so much for basketball, so they're at the point whereby whatever comes that has money with basketball, they'll make sure they're doing something for their lives first.
yeah, yeah. Of
You,
course,
you understand?
of
So, in
course.
the end of the day, it's like what was supposed to come to you as a youngster, as a guy who's growing to like basketball and have pursued basketball, it comes to you lesser. So even the motivation around it becomes lower. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So first of all, to me, is the disorganization because we have failed to plan. And even if we have planned just because we want to feel as if we plan. Lakini ukweli ni kwamba it's the execution that makes the plan important. You might plan as much as you want, lakini kama una watu wa kuexecute vizuri, it's not gonna work.
Mna
You know?
kitu mtafanya, yeah.
I'm not gonna find. And again, when you plan, who are you targeting? Nishasemaga hili swala kwamba there's a lot of our coaches who are really good. You'd find them in the club teams. You understand? You find them there, stuck there.
Yeah.
You understand? You never find like a small school, a mini program that has really good coaches.
Yeah.
Or maybe a coach, or maybe those bigger coaches getting some time to affect or maybe teach the smaller programs.
Yeah.
You understand? You'd rarely find that because, yes, sometimes it just takes somebody's will and desire to do that. We have some few people like Coach Bahat has been doing that, you know.
Yeah.
Some other few coaches have been doing that so well. Lakini ukweli ni kwamba when you have like a gap of knowledgeable coaches in the mini basketball aspect as a program, ni ngumu unafundisha nini sasa? Simeelewa, like unafundisha nini mtoto ambaye sasa hivi ambaye he can reason, he can Google, he can check the facts, he can learn from YouTube, and he doesn't really need you per se, but again, you still need to teach him something. So unamfundisha nini? Do you understand? So also there's that gap. And to me, lastly, as international, as a nation, there's always should be a consistent national team program. Any lazima. Kwanzia U16,
exactly.
like U18.
That word consistent, as you just said right
there. Exactly.
It's needed, 100%.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Lazima kuwa kuna consistent program ambayo kwamba bana kuna tournament ya 3-on-3, a tournament ya 5-on-5.
We already have a team going. Yeah, we already have a team
going. The data is there, you know, like yo, huyu yuko hapa anafanya hivi. The only thing he needs right now maybe is a ticket. Aje, you understand? There are things like those, but like right now, every year, it's like when we're planning for maybe a senior team or maybe planning for a U23 team, it's like, oh shit, kwa hiyo tunatoa ngapi sasa hivi? Wakoje, wako wapi? We don't know about them as much. You understand? So they need to be a consistent national team program whereby these guys get to meet at least twice a year. They get to compete at least once or twice a year. Compete means kwamba not only just play inside here, travel, exposure. Some guys, it's their first time on the plane. It's the first time in another country. It's the first time seeing somebody of their same age, bigger and skilled. Wanashangaa. You understand? Lakini kama mambo kama haya inakuwa rahisi, it starts there. I think what Rwanda has done so good, let's say Uganda done so good, or Kenya has done so good, is the ability to just grab any opportunity that speaks exposure. Any opportunity ambayo inahitaji kwamba you guys need to travel to this country, they will go.
They'll
understand?
Go.
And then
I don't know if you remember. We had a tournament in Dar that December when Mbati and I were playing. We had a team from Kenya come in so quick, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like we wouldn't travel to go to Kenya, for example. Like just if the roles were reversed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta be able to. Go ahead.
Yeah, just now I'm seeing the Kenyan under 16.
Yeah.
Where are they? In Senegal.
They're in Senegal. Yeah. And I was even because I was with the coach and he was telling me about this when we were in Cameroon. And I was like, wow, why aren't we told about this in our country? And again, if you think about it, now if let's say yes, you guys are invited, it's another process of just bringing these kids together, getting fans. Like the fans, it feels like, oh my god, like even though if I tell these kids, is there fans to really suffice whatever they're supposed to do? But
let me ask you a question real quick. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask actually. Do you think it just comes down to money? Like, because that's kind of what I'm hearing. I feel like.
Do
you think it's more disorganization?
Yeah.
Or is it more money?
Money's a big factor too.
But again, big factor apparently.
It's not money. It's what have you done to get money? Do you understand?
Like as a coach, as a player, or
no, as a federation. It's not about me.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
everything.
Where did all the money go? You know.
Exactly.
Like,
So, what I believe, and again, here's the thing. I just think there's a loophole of communication of where does the money go in
Yeah.
terms of our basketball federation. You understand?
Yeah.
yeah, because I think because it pains me. It pains me in 2022, right? You know, we have a national team that has gone to represent the country in Uganda,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah,
qualify.
yeah,
Is it that like the federation did not know that, or didn't think, they didn't believe that we're gonna qualify? Like we're just there just to show ourselves, you know? Like we have the opportunity now to go to a different country, Madagascar. So where
yeah,
did all the money go now? You know?
yeah.
It's
That's true.
like
That's true. That's what I'm saying.
really like
As you said, as in the disorganization comes from poor planning. Lakini planning haitoshi kama una watu wana execute plan yako. You understand?
dude.
It's like there's one coach, it's a Coach Liz. She's like a lady coach who has been coaching around Africa for a long time. And one thing she pointed out is like they should be a fundraising committee in every basketball federation. It's shameful for a national team to not be able to travel or participate in international competition because of lack of funds. Like that committee has to be making sure that there's enough money, run different campaigns to make sure that potential stakeholders can invest money. Because there's a lot of companies just need to be seen out there. You understand?
That's true.
There's a lot of
That's
people
true.
who can support. Let's say all these basketball people that we have that you guys see around the social media, the fans and everybody, let's say everybody contributes 10K a year.
That's a lot of money.
You understand?
Yeah.
That money, I believe, could
10K
potentially keep, yeah, 10K. Yeah. Let's say if you're well enough, you can do more. But the
Okay, I want to
core
ask a
is,
different question.
yeah,
Like just as we're talking about this still, because let's say we need a fundraising organization right now just
yeah,
to make sure things are more, so we have the funds so then we can plan better, right?
yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
the whole system has to change, or do you think we can make changes within the current system that's here?
The only way we can make change on the current system is come up with accountability of where everything goes.
Is there accountability?
Personally, I would say there isn't because of my experiences. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's say I get selected for the national team.
Yeah.
We get to travel. And then let's say there's an amount of money that's supposed to be there to cover some little expenses for the kids, or maybe the like pre-camp, there's supposed to be something that's supposed to be there. Now the story is there are funds we've asked for.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of delay. That's why we haven't gotten them yet.
Yeah.
But let's start proceeding with what we have. Once the funds come, we'll make sure you guys are getting compensated or something like that. You go for the tournament ends, you hear nothing because now you're already back home. Now you're busy, and let's say somebody like me, I come back home, I'm busy, I have things I have to run. When am I going to question that?
Of course.
And that's the loophole that's being used.
It's a little sad then when we really think about it, because
That's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying. Nachosema kwamba kuna watu ambao walicheza basketball zamani ilikuwa haijawalipa. You understand?
yeah.
And
Sasa
now that's why
then
they're not
positions
doing it.
ambazo they can make decision about finances that comes through basketball. Wale watu hawezi kusema kwamba yani ile na yote uipate wewe wekuwa nani? Do you understand?
Maybe I didn't get it. Yeah. We can't grow then. We can't grow,
And
unfortunately. It's hard.
as sad that is, it's true and it's happening. Do you understand?
It makes it hard to grow then as a result, don't you think? Like it's
Mwisho wa siku itakuwa ni ngumu kweli kukua kwa sababu hakuna mtu anasema kwamba okay, mimi imenipita, I'm sacrificing this for the kids, for the guys who are coming up next. Ndio maana anasema kwamba when I say about accountability, it means kwamba okay, the federation has received X amount of money. The stakeholders, which is us fans, the people who are playing basketball, the fans and everybody, they are being told X amount is received. X amount will go here, X amount will go here. So at the end of the year, all right, we review on where did the money go. So everybody's at peace going back home. You know what? This money went there and there and there, and this is the evidence. Lakini kwa sababu hakuna hicho kitu, ndio hiyo accountability, kwa sababu hakuna, you can't question. Huu ni mwisho wa mwaka right now. They've had their annual meeting almost, I think, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was being talked about. Sijui. Maybe they talked a little bit about that. Lakini, it's like it's all about like very sexy presentations that don't really mean shit. Do you understand?
What do you think should be done?
That would be the next question, which is it's a hard question to answer.
Yeah. I
Because,
think
we can always talk about this, but like now I think you need to take action,
First of all, Kongomimia, the governing body of our basketball in the country is TBF, right?
Yeah.
That body needs, first of all, for the most important positions, full-time employees. Well, as we know, there are different people in the federation. If you want to get hold of them, you got to set up appointments over appointments over appointments. They're busy with their main work. And you can't blame them because neither is the federation in our office. Kwamba pale ni ofisi ya TBF. Haina. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So our federation is full of part-time workers. What do you expect? Part-time results.
Of course.
So to me, I think that's where we need to start. I think we need to employ the Secretary General. Mtu ambaye kwamba amekuwa employed analipwa hela yake. The finance people, they have to be employed. What do I employed? And you know what's crazy? It's the same thing now back to the basketball side. Kuna wachezaji ambao their main thing ni kazi zao au shule. So if they don't come or show up mazoezini, huwezi kuwalaumu kwa sababu ideally you're not paying them. So you're not going to expect to get like big results from people who are doing things part-time. So I would start there. Kongomini, kwamba like let all the governing body of the federation, the most important places, they should be employed. Ili, you have a problem, I know where to go.
Yeah.
Keep you accountable, can get fired. So the stakes are high.
Yeah, that tackles the organizational problem too.
Exactly. And we're going to go back to what Bachan said, this organization. And sababu gani, the whole federation, all right, the work that is being done, it's from part-time workers. And no matter how much you say kwamba unataka kuendeleza basketball, kama kazi yako inakuhitaji ufanye 1, 2, 3 kwanza, and that's your bread and butter, you can't forgo it for the sake of the federation. Wait, no. Do you understand?
That's true.
So that is bringing down a lot of things in the basketball. Sabu, mwisho wa siku now, that's the governing body. So if that brother is there, up there, if that organ there is messed up, what more about the teams? What more about us? Lakini, I've done some research. Federation kama ya Rwanda, their most important positions wamewaemploy, wanawalipa kabisa.
Even if it's a few people that are like fully employed,
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
A little better.
Exactly. Kwamba yani for the most important positions, you can't have them part-time. Sababu they won't be available where they need to be available. And that's the difference between where we want to go and where we are right now.
Let me ask this, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not too sure on how basketball is serious to the government of Tanzania.
That was gonna be my other thing too.
Because not only even basketball, just sports in general.
Yeah.
I think they care about football though, to an extent.
You really gotta
they
think
care more about football than basketball.
Yes. Because of course, football is probably the most famous sport in the country.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of clubs that bring in a lot of money. There's a lot of people that are sponsoring the clubs. Like, you see why they're invested there.
Yes. Those. What other teams are there? Simba, those things. Yes.
Yeah.
But it really brings me to think, like, if the highest level in the country doesn't care about what you're doing in the country, doesn't care about the sport that you're playing, you won't reach far. Because you mentioned Rwanda, and that really made me think, like, that the president Kagame.
Yeah.
He, like, even if it's football, it's basketball, he loves it. He loves sports. He took that opportunity in sports, and look where.
But can I ask a question? Just can I ask a question? Do you think Ruto loves basketball?
Like in Kenya?
Why is the NBA building 100 courts
in Kenya?
Do you understand? It's the thing is, at the most highest positions, the government, we basketball people / the federation, I don't think we have done enough work to make our sport interesting. Sababu mwisho wa siku, yeah, kwa sababu mwisho wa siku it's like, yeah, it's our fault. We already have a product. The product, it's there. So like, how do we make the product interesting? So it comes back to what I just said. But if these people were there, making sure they are professionals at what they do, so kwa sababu kwamba they've been through basketball in a long time. Na jambo lingine ndo hili hapa. Unampa mtu kazi kwa sababu amekuwa kwenye basketball for a long time, lakini they're not a professional at what they do. Unampa mwakazina kocha ambaye alikuwa zamani ni mchezaji nini, kwa sababu kwenye basketball amekuwa mwenyekiti wa vilabu. Wewe unakuwa mwakazina. No, you don't have financial background. Why should I give you that?
PSA to the Tanzanian government. We're trying to make a change. We're trying to make a change right here.
Yeah, I think
that's the point of this conversation.
It's not really.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Batin. For what you pointed out, it's like, it's not as if the president is not seeing what's being done in basketball. Lakini, it feels like we're just comfortable at where we are right now.
But that's Tanzanians in general. We're always comfortable.
But again, I mean,
man, like my dad has even told me this as well. Like,
yeah,
us as a country, we'll never reach anywhere if you're comfortable at where you are right now.
Yeah,
you're right. You always have to be on the move. You always have to keep going, right?
You're right.
But how do you inspire that factor? How do you inspire someone to keep moving?
It starts by you. I just think.
No, but listen, it's not even about motivation. It's just the inspirement. In that case, with Tanzanians, I know the money is low and like people are not financially stable. You don't have that money. There's a lot of unemployment in the country, right?
Yeah.
Small things like building a basketball court in a specific area. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good organized basketball court, can motivate, can inspire a young kid to go and play basketball.
True. True.
And it's like, man, when you don't have these things in certain areas of the country, lose, you feel that comfort. You see right there, you already feel comfortable. There's one court right there. That's all I need, right?
Yeah.
That's all I need. There's only one ball I have. That's all I need. You don't need two balls. We only need one ball.
True.
As a team, take that in. As a team, we only need one ball.
Yeah.
You start thinking like that. You're too comfortable in that area, in that space, in that country.
Yeah.
So same thing, man.
And again, I think everything starts with an idea. Then can it be conversed? Watu haielewa, watu waisimamie, come up with a plan and execute it. And I just think, let's say a platform like these, it's important to air these things out. Sababu mwisho wa siku, all this, what we're talking right now, ni maneno ambayo kila mtu anayo in their hearts.
Okay, so let's say here we're trying to talk to the government right now. If we're trying to sum it down to three things. At least three things that we feel like we should be doing moving forward, because I feel like there's some things that are above us to do.
Yeah,
it's things that the federation has to come in and step in and to do these things. What are we telling them? Because these are, if we're trying to air it out for the people.
Yeah.
What are we telling them so that basketball can be better in our country?
You guys want to start? But you want to start? No, I'm thinking about it because I just want to say something out of just a prompt. You understand?
Of course. I don't think we're here trying to talk shit. Like, I don't think that's what this is.
Yeah.
We're just interested in basketball being better. Like, that's ultimately the goal. So, like, it's not even coming from a place of like us being malicious or whatever. It's but I also get what Batin's saying. It's you don't know who's gonna be interpreting it and how they're gonna be interpreting it because we're just talking. You know what I mean? But I
mean, it's not just talking. So I mean, some things are backed up with facts. So at the end of the day, it's like we know best of what we know best. And I think what we know best is our basketball in our country. And I think everybody among us three has experienced basketball differently according to the things that they have been able to encounter with so far in basketball in our country. So I just think there's so much power in social media, right? So much power in social media. The quickest example we can see Kenya, right? What they did with the finance bill. You understand? And I think for the guys who have been able to find a living or maybe go through basketball, and maybe get to this point in life whereby their life is going well because part of it was because of their basketball background.
Yeah.
I think there's a need to come back and revisit what is my society doing? How is my society doing? Who are the people that are doing well in that space that I can support with what I have?
Yeah.
What I have might be a skill. What I have might be a network, a connection. What I have might be money. I don't know. Lakini, it feels like everybody who has made it in our space doesn't feel the need to come back. So if we don't make our product the shit, it's never gonna be the shit. That's why today the NBA is calling itself the world champions. That's the branding they put upon their brand. That's something they put upon
Way
their
to bring
brand.
it full circle too. Way to bring it full circle.
Exactly. So
way to bring it full circle. Now,
like, what are we selling on a product? What's the brand of basketball that we're selling to the people who are watching, the people and the investors, the stakeholders? What are we selling? You know?
Yeah.
It should start there. What is the federation goal in terms of making sure that all these unspoken conversations are being dealt with? Do you understand?
Yeah.
But also, it's high time for some of us to make sure we can take part in the leadership within the federation. Sometimes ni ngumu kufanya change until you're there. So we need somebody who can be trusted in that space. We need somebody who can listen to what we are saying in that space. Also, there's a need of this.
Mention names.
Who?
Why do we invite them here? Like,
by the way, we're gonna be having Karabani soon. I just talked to him, and maybe he has much more a different opinion, or maybe a different way to see these things. So, as I said, first of all, we need somebody who we trust. Kwenye uongozi, it's important.
Yeah.
All right. Ili now we can know that's our guy there. We can talk to them. We can make sure kwamba anatusikiliza the right way it's supposed to be done. Pili, what we have as the people who love basket, fanatics, our stakeholders, is the power of social media. This conversation that we're having right now, I kid you not, 90%, 70% of people are having within themselves, within their marafiki kijiweni and stuff.
Yeah.
For it to be out there, it's important kwa sababu gani? No sooner kwa sababu ya jinsi gani the technology imeweza kuwa inflicted. Ni rahisi watu wenye nguvu au wenye viongozi wa juu kuona.
Yeah.
You understand? It's just that how do we frame around it?
That's true.
All right. If the Gen Z movement made the finance bill to not be passed in Kenya, how much more can we do with what we have? So still, that's the power of social media still.
That's true.
And you could see like what they agreed on and what they decided to put on out there made a whole global impact in a sense of, oh my God, there's something in Kenya, that people are doing this in Kenya, and this is what happened in Kenya. So there's a need of this conversation to be out there. And then us bringing these leaders in these spaces like Federation and question them. You know?
Yeah.
And then get in front of everybody, like question them, hey, what's your plan about this? Wana mipango mizuri, lakini ndio hivyo nasema kwamba hakuna wa executors hawapo kabisa. Maybe they have a good plan, but we don't know about it kwa sababu even when we're going to kura, it was to a few a number of people. You don't know about the president, Mr. Koje, or maybe what his vision, what his goals. It's not out there.
The president of TBF.
Yeah.
Who is it? What's his name, by the way? I'm so sorry to ask. Like
his name is Mr. Michael Kademi. But like again, yeah. But again, like how would you what is vision? Kwa hiyo our panels, our platforms ni muhimu sana to make sure that's happening. Cha mwisho kwangu mimi, which is I'm probably going to be able to find a way to do it starting next year, is I want to make sure the national team program, your youth is it's on. You know, it's on from the scouting, it's on from the training camps, it's on from the basketball trips necessary, it's on from the training. And personally, with me, that's what I'm going to indulge in, and that's my part of giving back to basketball.
Yeah.
Well, kwa mtu mwingine inaweza ikawa bana, okay, you finish you're doing this, yeah, I'm gonna support you in here, or maybe I know this couple of people. So the idea ni kwamba that, I mean, if nobody can do it, I mean, if nobody wants to do it, maybe you should do it. You understand? And I just feel I'm in a position whereby I can inflict that with what I have, with the brand and the support that I have around me. So anybody else can do something else differently. Maybe somebody else can talk about what I'm doing through the social media and power alikuwa nayo. Lakini mwisho wa siku, like our product isiwe imezima sana mpaka after playoffs. Trust me, basketball is beautiful hapa hivi ndani. Kuna watu wengi mafanatics na kila kitu. Lakini the only time you're going to hear it more is during the playoffs. So what are we doing kabla ya? You understand? How are we running this thing? And making sure
the product better.
Exactly. It's the product, man. How are we selling the product better? Mwisho wa siku, it comes down to that. So ili Mama Samia akisema, okay, mshindi nampa milioni 15. I don't know. Lakini kwa sababu, let's say Yanga na nani, you can see from the organization, there's a sound mind. They have a sound mind. Like, akiongea kitu anaeleweka.
Yeah.
Simeelewa. Yeah. So kwa mimi, I just think that's also a way I could say that's where we can start. And mwisho wa siku, in a 5 years period, we can see something happening. And lazima tukubali kwamba tutafungwa sana, tutalose sana, lakini it's for the betterment of these people who are going to come. That's my part.
I agree. I think that was perfectly said. And with that, I think tumewapa gems the Tanzanian government kidogo mfikirie. Sio kwamba tunaongea kwa ubaya, tunaongea kwa sababu tunataka kuona change.
Yeah.
That's it. And,
anything better you have to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. What Phineas said is true. It's time for someone to step up in higher power and do something, man.
Yeah.
Do some action.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully, like, you know, we might sparkle a conversation that one day will come looking back, you know, to stuff from that podcast, you know, that episode.
That's true. That's true for real.
Little did they know.
Signature one-liner. Anyway, Mbati, thank you so much for coming on to the pod. Really appreciate you coming in.
No worries, man. Anytime, man.
It was good to talk hoops once again. This is very necessary. Yeah. Tune in for the next episode too. You know, we're bringing in more special people. Maybe this won't be about basketball. We might be talking about something else.
Yeah, but I think go on.
This was one for the talks, huh?
Oh,
yeah, sure. Man. I feel like everybody had something in their hand, like Kutoa, and you know, and personally, mimics of Welly, and I have a lot. But again, it's good to have a place like this.
Needed, man. You can't keep it to yourself, man.
That's true. That's true.
I agree.
Anyway. All right, guys.
I'm happy, bro. I'm happy to be here.
Nice.
Thank you for coming on. And for the ndoBastena crew, till next time.
Till next time, yo.